Hi, welcome back to the Knit for Brains podcast. I'm Laura Brady.
I'm Karen Miller.
This is episode 70. Alisha is on a break this weekend. She has a lot of family stuff, her and Olivia both, and little Peanut's been going through a growth spurt and keeping Mama up a lot. We are 60 miles south of Chicago, located in Bradley, Illinois. You can hear a little whiny moo-moo down below. We are a knitting, crafting, sewing, crocheting, pretty much do-it-all podcast. Welcome back to all our regulars, and we do have a few new subscribers, so welcome to you guys. We're going to jump right in, and we've been actually starting with shop news lately. I don't have a whole lot, because I was on vacation. But I did just, before we started podcasting, pop a couple bags in there. One of which is almost sold out already. I have one left, so it might or might not be there by the time this goes up. I cannot promise anything. It is the new sock size drawstring bag. And guys, Gilmore Girls. Look at that. I think I actually called it, in the shop listing, it's called Loops. So, little drawstring, box bottom. This is the perfect size for socks. Also, I'm using it, one of mine as a hat, for doing a hat. Yellow with white polka dots. I am down to just this one and one fall one in there right now. I am going to make up a bunch more of these because you guys really seem to be liking them. And I'll tell you what, you guys know I don't keep my bags for myself ever. Confession time. I have four of this size now.
That's why you guys aren't getting them.
Sorry. No, they were special knit fabrics that were meant for just me and another person, that kind of thing. I do have one of these, though, I have to say. I purchased this fabric with the intention of making me and somebody else one, and I went ahead and ordered a little bit more just to do a few extra of these, which I listed in there, and there's just one left. So you can check and see if there's still one. I don't know. But there will be more of this size rolling out very soon. So the other one that I have is the drawstring canvas tote with the 2 pockets. Can't find it. 2 pockets in the front. Obviously, drawstring. And on the inside is where there's 6 pockets, 3 on each side. And it's the white polka dot. This is beautiful. I've been calling this the pink splatter.
Yeah, it looks like somebody...
I mean, it's a beautiful light pink background, and then they took other shades of pink, and there's some white, and it looks like you just kind of splattered it on with a paintbrush.
It does.
Very pretty. Nice big boxed bottom. So on these, I did pop in 4 of them. And it's that really nice...
thick canvas.
Yeah, like an outdoorsy almost. Which my white and blue one is like this. And I'll tell you what, I dropped it on the garage floor. Big no-no when it's a white bag normally. But I took a damp rag. And with it being that outdoor fabric, it wiped right off.
Cool.
So, another plus. And I changed the strapping now. It's a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found this, it's a little bit higher quality, I think. Brett actually found me the strapping. So that was really nice. And I got a bunch of that for doing these bags. So there's 4 of these in there, guys. And that's it for shop news this time. I know. Quick. Yep. So, there's that. Let's get all the official business out of the way so I can go check. A good finger and cowl going on until October 1st. Well, there's about 100 entries right now. Keep on knitting, guys. There's yarn prizes. We told you on the last podcast, there's Laura the Crocheting Hoovian, who has Lollipop Girl Yarns, has donated as a prize one of her advent calendars. That's her Christmas advent calendar. So that's like a major prize. We will also not only be pulling from finished objects, we will be pulling from chatter thread as well, as we usually always do. When that ends on October 1st, bam, right away on October 1st, we'll start our Gift the Knits Cal, which runs all the way through to the end of the year. So that's that. Coupon codes. Bear with me. Usually Alisha does these. So for Show Reel Studios, if you use code KFB20, that will get you 20% off the entire order. Put that one in the back. Whips on Sticks on Etsy. Use code KFB10 for 10% off. Lollipop Girl Yarns on Etsy. Use code KFB15 for 15% off. That's good on her hand-dyed yarn and patterns, not on any D-stash that she would have on there. Okay, Skyly Knits Fiber Arts on Etsy. Use code KFB19 for 15% off. Amanda Ray Cole on Ravelry. Use code KFB19 for 20% off. That's the coupon codes for this time.
I'm on a yarn diet,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, you buy everything you see.
Yeah, except I kind of got another advent calendar yesterday, so the diet's not going very well. I fell off the wagon.
I have not ordered any advent calendars, so I wasn't going to. Now, I will admit to the fact that I ordered Cozy Up Knits, the self-striping 24, it's her version of the Advent, where it's 24 stripes. You're supposed to knit one each day.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mustache Yarns came out with one as well. So I have those two coming, but I do not have
An actual
Advent calendar coming this year. I still have my Advents from last year sitting down here. I know what I'm doing with them. Just have to have time to do it. It'll happen at some point. Okay, only other bit of business is our shawl naming contest we had from last time. Okay, so we had 21 entries, 21 ideas. I got it narrowed down to 5 that I liked. And then I reached out to fellow knitters and had everybody take a... Or, no, actually, I think I had it down to about 10. Sent it out.
Where do you think you're going?
Asked for their input. Got it down to 4.
You want mama.
I then took those 4 names and I sent to Melissa of Honeybee Knits. That's who I designed the shawl pattern for her her Halloween Advent. And she had the final choice. And when I sent the names to the fellow knitters, which you were one of them, and to Melissa, I only sent the names, not who had entered them.
Cool. Yeah.
So
it was just the list of the names they suggested.
So it was, yeah. So Melissa picked, so the winning one is All Hallows Eve. And that entry was from Lori Hellberg. So
cool.
Get a hold of me, you get a free pattern off Ravelry. And there were so many good ones. In fact, there's a couple that you might, if I come out of my designing slump or retirement again.
Kicking and screaming.
Yeah, that was Karen's.
Karen
wanted me to call.
She sent me the list. I'm like, why is mine not on this list?
Thought Melissa might take offense to that one.
Yeah.
We were joking about it though, because I had said I wasn't designing anymore.
Yeah, she
and then when Melissa asked me, I came out of retirement, so we were kind of laughing about it.
It was kind of a quick retirement at that.
It was almost a year.
Yeah.
Not quite though. Which is fine. I've now designed a wrap, a shawl, a hat, a cowl.
Yeah.
So my test knitters are done. Everything's good. I think like 2 little minor corrections. Got that taken care of. The goal is Tuesday to get photographs of it get those inserted in there, and get it sent off to Melissa. Soon after that, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe in time for the next podcast, I will pop it into the Etsy store, so it will be for sale as well in there. Of course, I will remind you when I announce that it's in there, if you have purchased Melissa's Halloween Advent Calendar, you do not want to purchase the pattern from me because it will be included. So, there's that. Okay. FOs?
I have one that I painstakingly worked on.
I have one as well, so we're perfect today. You can go ahead and start. Hey, do you like my slippers?
Ooh, sparkle. They are improved.
Okay,
They almost match your black shoes.
I'm going to show you guys. I went to Meijer's yesterday, and I needed a pair of new slippers because I went to put my feet in them, and I was like, why does my toe feel funny? Well, there's holes in both my slippers in the same spot where my toes were trying to go in. So we're at Meijer's, and I was like, oh, I should go look at slippers. They had these clearance for $4.
Can't imagine why.
I picked up 2 pairs, guys. Look at that.
That would be sparkle.
Yeah. Okay, the only thing I don't like is my old ones had like an actual rubber sole.
Mm-hmm.
These don't. So they're not going to last very long, but for $4,
yeah.
Who cares?
You had to get them because they were sparkle.
Well, yeah.
And clearance.
You remind me when we're done podcasting, I bought a new pair of sparkle shoes at Old Navy, and oh my goodness. You guys, you'll see me coming from 5 miles away, let's just say. Mm-hmm.
Did they blink too?
Oh, I'll tell you, they don't need blinking. I walked in the front of the store, and they were mid-store, and I could see them. It was like, Laura. They're hysterical.
That's funny.
So I'll have to show you after the podcast. So let's see what you finished.
Okay.
Painstakingly.
So the first one, the last time we podcast, I was having problems with the stitch, if you remember. But I had figured it out immediately, like right before we podcast last time. But I finished the Hipster by Hoagie. And the yarn, I actually did this on my zines.
Moo. If you don't stop, you're going out with Daddy.
It's still connected to the yarn. That's how. The yarn I got at Yarn Con is called Fiber Story. Come here. The color is Emma. It's Core DK. It's 100% superwash merino. 231 yards, and I used almost 3 of them. I still haven't actually decided whether or not I'm going to add the tassels, but she's actually from Michigan, so that's her card. There.
You know what my vote will be on tassels.
Yeah, I don't know. No.
This would actually go really well with what you have on.
Yeah, really. So last podcast, I was way down there because I was stuck. Because I had redone this first section here like 3 times. And actually it was like, okay, I was reading it wrong. We did the whole conversation, remember?
Yeah.
So.
Well, we won't even discuss. I redo things. I'm fighting with lace right now.
So it turned out I still have, not blocked, I still have my, yeah, it's way, really long. It'll be very drapey.
Mm-hmm.
And once I actually block it and open up those drop stitches that she does, that's really cool. It was really quite easy once I figured out that row.
Sometimes we read patterns differently than how they write them. We've had this discussion.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're both very challenged when it comes to that.
I'm using my, let's see, this is from Slip Stitch Studios, and this was Snape. I got this at Stitches because you guys haven't seen what I got at Stitches. I haven't been on a podcast since then. So I did grab my bag, so hopefully it's all there. I have traveled since then, so at one point my stuff was going flying everywhere, so trying to find everything, I was like, and that's it.
I'm in my house, and I still have trouble finding everything.
Yep.
Because I usually have a gazillion project bags going on.
That's my finished project.
Okay, I have one, and it's not blocked. I actually need to black it tomorrow so I can get pictures to Amy because it was a test knit. I don't remember the name of it. Helga cowl. She's doing a set of 4 Harry Potter cowls. This is the first one. So, I think I showed it last time and I had just pretty much started it. So the main color was Crystal Skies hand dyed. It's called the Dragons. And it is on DK. And then the other color was from Knitting Notions.
See, that almost looks like a color that Karen would like.
And it's just called Ruby.
Looks pretty orange, though.
You were with me when I got this. It was from their clearance. And I got this and the DK, and then I got one that was like pretty much the same, but in sport, because I had originally planned on like hat and gloves or something like that. But I don't have a whole lot of DK to choose from as far as like for doing this test knit. Like I have a lot of like this sort of thing, but I don't have tonals. I'm kind of the same way in my fingering yarn too, because I mean, let's be honest, we don't really gravitate towards tonals. Who goes, ooh, I love that tonal.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
Even when I got the yarn for the hipster, when I got the yarn, it was for that specific project.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't something I would normally buy unless I'm buying it for a specific project. Otherwise, I have variegated.
So yeah, it's not blocked yet. So
like
none of the pretty lace work is opened up yet, but it will.
It's cute.
Yeah. I casted this on the night before I left for Arkansas. I knit this on the way to Arkansas. And I think it was the second day I was there, I finished it. So, nice quick knit. And this is her first time designing.
Cool.
And that is Amy of Happy Little Yarns. She has an Etsy store. She dyes yarn, and she also does have the Happy Little Yarns podcast as well. So check her out. And there will be more coming from her. So I need to get this blocked and get her the final pictures.
No.
So it's on my list of things to do, Amy. I was going to actually do it last night, but I had such a bad headache. It wasn't happening.
That's really cute.
So, yay. So that was my one finished, well...
You got some socks?
Let me just show them. They're not really finished, but they're
almost there.
So, the main parts are finished. I gotta put the heels in.
Yeah.
Obviously, these are gonna be shorties. Almost like a no-show. So, I picked up the stitches. I just gotta...
So this is your first time doing Afterthought, isn't it?
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah.
Other than, I wish I would have planned it a little bit better. So if you guys are doing self-striping, and maybe you don't have this problem, but me and Karen, we failed our eye exams. Picking up the stitches on the purple, not fun. It's too dark.
Yeah.
So I almost, while picking those up, went, I don't know, maybe I'll just move that heel down to the blue stripe. And I might still do that because I'm not doing anything with this one until I pick up the stitches on this one to make sure. Because, yeah, picking it up on that dark color was not easy.
Did you have to take your glasses off?
Honey, I tried with my glasses on. I tried with my glasses off. I tried holding it up to the light. If somebody would have been watching me, they'd be like,
"It's not going to do it for you."
What in the world is she doing? So yeah, I got the one. So I have tons of needles, so I'm just going to grab another set of needles and pick up this one as well. And I will probably actually, once I get that picked up, I'll cut it at the same time because yet again, and here's my thought on this. If I can't see the stitches to pick up the stitches, my fear is once I snip that, I'm going to have a humph of a time to pull out the stitches.
Oh, that part's easy.
Not if you can't see them.
No, after you get the first one, though, it'll be pretty easy. Trust me.
Not as tight as I knit.
I'm a tight knitter too.
So, I don't know. I'm still debating. I might move the heel. I don't know. I'll see. I'm going to try to leave it there. We'll see.
So if you move the heel, then what are you going to do? It's not going to fit your foot.
No, I'll just make it for somebody else.
Somebody with a short foot?
Somebody with a shorter foot than me, which isn't that hard to find because I have very long feet. So, I don't know. We'll see. Or I could just move it. If I move it up one row, I'd actually be in the green. No, I'm going to leave it like this, guys. So, these should be done complete next podcast. As long as I just don't leave them sit. Which,
I'd be interested once you actually get it done, since this is your first pair, comparing how they fit. Not that I've seen you wear your socks very often, but
okay, Alisha. I did in the winter. Yeah. And I would be more apt to wear these because they're going to be true shorties versus because my socks don't even come up to my ankle bone. Like I basically wear no shows. Yeah. So these would be more so what I would be more comfortable with. So these will definitely get done before I get too much further on my next pair of socks, because if I do indeed like these, now see, maybe I should have done it in this light because I spread that out. Now I can see the stitches. I'll be darned. I needed the podcast lighting. Look at that. So maybe I need to come in here to pick up those stitches. So yeah, I'll have them done before I get too far on my other pair of socks, because if I like these, then my next pair I intend on doing this as well.
Cool.
So yeah, so kind of finished, kind of not. It's like a half.
You're almost there.
The main part of them are finished.
Right.
And this yarn was Desert Vista Dye Works Big Bang. So, and then the heels will be out of the purple, which was...
Did it come with the extra mini with it?
No, this is... Oh, do I have it? I do have it. It's Sweet Tea Yarns Magic. Somebody had sent it to me. I had it in my thing up here.
Wasn't that the one you thought Arity had given you?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
she gave it to
Yeah.
From Midwest. Yeah. Yep. So yeah.
So that worked perfect.
Do you want leftovers of Big Bang?
Sure.
Okay. See, Laura, I'm passing it on.
So the funny part is, I was
would you
thinking
like
about these because
you liked these.
I can't keep up with her in terms of how fast she knits socks. So Christmas is coming up, and my mother-in-law had one of her legs amputated. She's diabetic. So I was thinking I'm going to put these together and make JoJo's slipper socks.
Oh, that'd be
because
perfect.
I love that. And I can just do one. Or I could be really creative and do one of this, take another one, and give her an actual pair of two different colors.
Yeah.
Because she only needs one.
So yeah, we pass along stuff. And I did have my little Pac-Man Progress Keeper, which for you, everybody that tagged me on the Simply Serving, Luke's Progress Keeper, thank you. I did go on there this morning and get that.
They know you just
I know.
Just a little bit.
Well, and that's how I got this one too, was because people tagged me in it. So It was like, oh, perfect. It was a pre-order. So I do have a little bit to wait, but that's fine. It's on its way. All right. You have some whips?
Yes. Let me go with my socks.
Oh, I forgot to show an FO.
Oh, you have another one?
Actually, it's Brett's FO. I have an FO for... I have an FO different for Brett.
He started knitting?
And I have a whip for Brett. No, it's not technically knitting, but it has to do with knitting.
All right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So the first one, which we are going to... Well, I kind of semi-tested it, but we're fully testing it tomorrow once everything's set and settled. I have a Stanwood ball winder, as do a lot of you knitters. And what's the biggest complaint with knitters when you're having to ball up your yarn, cake up your yarn? Your arm gets sore, right? because you're cranking and cranking and
Especially
cranking.
if you do, like 3 projects at once.
Exactly. So my husband found a thing for his 3D printer. And basically, this is what it looks like. And him and Lori had been discussing this when we were in Arkansas. It fits onto the winder. And then you could take a drill, or an electric screwdriver, whatever the case may be. And you hook it on there, and you just squeeze the handle, and then your ball winder is going to go.
Oh, cool.
So there's no cranking.
Cool.
So this part of where he put this in there is setting up right now. Because he put, like, I don't know, whatever, silicone, something, I don't know. So tomorrow he's like, do you have anything to wind? I'm like, well, duh. I mean, if you're going to force me to start
Just pick a skein.
if you're going to force me to start another project,
There's a whole...
sure. So it will go on its test drive tomorrow, and maybe we can take a video of it to show you guys then. So this was his FO. Okay.
So what's his whip?
Oh, you want to see his whip?
Yeah.
Okay. So his whip. Oh, I left the other one up there. That's okay. So he's made me these bobbins before for like putting your leftover yarn on, and makes it nice for doing like your scrappy blankets and stuff like that. I got a new one. It has a heart even on the top.
With your black shirt, you could barely see it.
I'll move over that way.
There you go.
Okay. So
cool.
You wrap the yarn around here, then you can thread it through there to hold it. Now this is basically like a stitch marker. So you can even, once you have your bobbin wound, if you want to hook it onto something, so you don't lose it. Cool. Plus, with winding, the old ones didn't have that heart, so it was hard to wind yarn on there because you had to try to hold and wind like this. Much easier to hold the heart. Yeah. So, yeah, he made up some new bobbins. So, I got like 5 of them right now. He's like, do you need more of those? I'm like, not right now. I've been bad. I haven't worked on my scrappy blanket, but it'll be coming. Cool. So, yeah, 3D printer.
I've never seen that one before, so that's neat.
Yeah. He also has some stitch markers and stuff coming too.
Okay.
Or, yeah, stitch markers. I had to think.
So,
speaking of leftover yarn.
Yeah, speaking of leftover yarn, I'm pretty close to, I think, to my ribbing at this point.
You just need to start knitting faster on your socks, Karen.
Yeah, I do. You know. I actually, I just got back from, while she was gone in Arkansas, I was in Connecticut for work and flew out there. It's just a 2-hour flight, but I was able to basically do all the pink up through the red to the green on the airplane there and back. So that's almost done. And this is Freckle Whimsy Peppermint Mocha, I think. And then I used just a vanilla toe up with the anatomically correct, and I modified it to be able to do it on magic loop, so 2 at a time. And I still have quite a bit left. I'm really quite shocked.
Yeah. Yeah.
At how much is this?
Out of that already.
This was, yeah. This is a lot.
Oh, mine are actually hanging up right there. Because I don't do really tall socks, so
yeah,
that definitely helps.
Well, and you have a lot fewer stitches than what I put on.
Yes, but mine tend to be longer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have narrow, skinny feet.
Yeah. I have fat feet.
I'm up again.
Yep.
Okay, up next, which I showed this last time, and I had hardly started. Like, it wasn't even nothing to look at. And, well, I don't know, in my travels, I've lost the colored picture I had printed, so... Oh, wait, no, here it is. I didn't lose it. So this pattern is by Laura Concert, the Crochet and Hoovian. And it's a myrtle kind of day. And rather than just having it cast it on, I had a little bit more to show.
Cool.
I know the yarn is from Crystal Skies Hand Dyed Niffler.
That sounds, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
That would have been probably a fantastic beast.
Yes, it was. So, look, I actually have something to show this time. So you can see I got into the kind of lacy
It's
work.
almost like a mauvey purple brownish color.
Yeah, it's a very different
like an
color.
in-between color.
Almost eggplant?
Yeah. Well,
No, not even
not
that
quite.
bright. Not even that. It has a gray to it.
but yeah.
Oh, it's kind of a strange.
Yeah,
color.
it's a
It's
weird.
very different.
It's different.
So you guys
It
can
is.
see.
With the yellows and the whites throughout it.
I didn't think I'd ever get done with the ribbing. It was like 3 inches of ribbing. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of ribbing,
Yeah.
folks. But now I'm going on it. So this one has been turned into my take with me to restaurants to knit. So that's when this one will probably get a lot of work done on it. Sometimes I guess probably when we go thrifting, they'll go back and forth between this and my socks. So. And I have that in my new bag I showed a couple times ago because I just think it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
You're up.
Okay. Then I have which in my it's somewhere. I don't know where the ball band is. I know this is Bumblebee Acres. I'm not for sure what the colorway is, to be honest. We don't remember. I think it might have been something I had gotten from YarnCon. But it's a color that I figured I think I'm making this for my husband. But I grabbed this free pattern. It's called Violet Waffles. And this is a DK weight. And you can see just a little bit how far I've gotten. Starting the actual waffle pattern there.
You made it through the dreaded ribbing.
Yeah. And I actually did mine a little bit longer, but you can't really tell very much where I'm.
As you go, it'll show a little bit more.
And some of it
Although
might
I don't
be
know
colorway.
how much it will show with the darker yarn.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I don't know.
Like if it was just a plain tonal dark yarn, it would show, but since it has...
But yeah, you can't really tell very much. It almost looks like... You can tell it's a little bit different than what was going on when I was doing my actual ribbing, but
you
not
might
much.
be able to see it more when you go up.
But it's for my husband.
He's not going to care
He's not
anyways.
going to really care.
No.
Yeah. He's not.
Let's be honest.
He's not going to care at all.
My husband won't even wear a hat. Well, I mean, he wears a beanie, but he won't wear a hat in that one.
Yep.
He's convinced it won't be warm enough. Yeah.
And actually, while I was gone, was volunteered. I was like, what? My husband, one of the servers at where we go all the time, found out that, and she's going to pay me though, that I knit and that I'm an avid knitter. And so I guess I'm roped into doing hats, scarves, and gloves. I was like, what?
All right. So this, I've barely gotten started. I casted it on while I was waiting for Karen.
Yeah, because, I gave one time, she gave me a different time, and then, which was later, and that wasn't quite enough. I was like, probably that far away from finishing that hip.
So aren't you glad I came back? You would have been, if I would have been like,
I wouldn't have been done. It would have still been on the needles.
You would have been like, yeah, this isn't happening. So I just casted on some new socks, and yeah, it's a whole lot to look at, folks. This is it. Little bitty toes. And there's my little strawberry shortcake.
It's cute.
From Random Fandom. And those are my toes, and those will be my heels. And then I'm using strawberry shortcake from Desert Vista Dye Works.
It's cute.
And it's in my strawberry shortcake bag. Do you see a theme here, guys?
Yep.
And they're just going to be vanilla socks. But these, the plan is to do the afterthought heel on them too. So that's why I want to get those other ones done and see how I like the fit, see what adjustments I need to make.
Yeah, that makes a difference. I do have a higher arch, so I have to watch it in terms of I have to do the extra rows around it. So that there's enough for my actual ankle before I start the actual decreasing on those. But I've gotten to the point where it fits heel wise. I've got it marked. I use my old socks and just it's about here.
And I'm just doing a few like that. It's not to say I'm always going to do afterthought because I enjoy a heel flap gusset. Mm-hmm. It doesn't bother me to do it. It's just nice. You can't really do a different color yarn for the heel with doing a heel flap gusset. So
yeah, that is.
I just figured on some of these self-striping yarns that I have that I've split with Laura and stuff. It'd be nice to use a coordinating color because there is less. Not that it takes me much to do socks, anyways, but still, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Plus, I figured if I do it, then I can get Alisha moving on all of her sock tubes.
Well, were you preparing yourself? Or no, that you said that was cuffed down for the pattern that you got, that Tracy?
Well, that is afterthought too.
No.
Is
it afterthought?
Yeah. Yeah, it is afterthought too. Okay. But, I mean, I didn't want to do that. I could always put waist yarn in too. That's not a big deal either. Right. I mean, it's going to be the same thing either way. I've done it both ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
I've done it 3 ways. Completely didn't mark it. used the waist, and then actually marked it where. So it works. I forgot when we were doing our. The last time I did show it finished, but I hadn't showed it blocked. I did finish the Chrissy shawl quite a while back, and you guys have seen the colors before. The darker color is by Black Cat, which we thought we figured out which one it was when we were at Stitches, and the white color is, I guess I would consider this the front kind of.
It might have been an Alley Cat.
Yeah.
Where it's so one of a kind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but see how that really, like, it's huge and how all that lace work. I still think it would do with some better blocking. I don't have enough actual, it was so long. My son was like, what are you doing with that on the floor? Yeah, it's just huge. But I got several compliments. So I like to wear that when I have to wear business. And then I always have something wrapped around so that if it gets cold in the wherever I'm at. But I wanted to show everybody that how much it opened up. It's really pretty. Okay, how many more whips do you have?
I got one.
I have one.
Okay, go ahead. It was your turn.
Okay.
You get sidetracked. It was showing the...
I didn't have a whole lot finished because I've been working on Megana's harvest sweater. Yay! You will be impressed. I mean, not only the hipster, but I did a lot of knitting. I'm finally down to... Am I in the middle? Oh, I am in the middle.
Well, you didn't plan that out very well.
No, I didn't.
You were too busy finishing a shawl. It's good enough. They'll get the idea. You got a lot done.
Yes. This is Miss Babs, several of her yowzes. The Light Mystic. And I am literally down to doing ribbing. And then sleeves, and then I'm done. This will be my first sweater.
It's not even for her.
Yeah, it's not even for me.
Well, that's the best thing to do, though. Make your mistake on somebody else's.
So that was a lot because I don't have it marked, but I'm pretty sure probably the last time you guys saw it I was like here. So that was a lot. And then this one convinced me to not stop like I wanted to stop.
she needed to make it longer. Yeah.
So
I haven't
a little
even
bit
picked
longer.
up. All I have left on my sweater is to do the sleeves, and I haven't touched it. And that's pretty much all I have to do on Peanut's sweater too, is the sleeves. And I haven't touched it. It'll happen though.
Yeah.
All right, last one. So this is a test knit. I could have had this finished, but I didn't. Like I'm literally one row away.
Oh yeah, you
And a bind off. But it would have came back on anyways because I want to block it. I want you guys to see it when it's blocked.
Mm-hmm.
So this design is from Cherry Pie Cottage, and it's called Wholly on Purpose. The yarn I'm using is Leading Men Fiber Arts Cherry Blossom and their Show Stealer, which is 10% cashmere. And then I don't know who their minis are from. I just stole them out of a package that did not have a label on it, so can't tell you. So literally, it's done. Okay, hold on here. And when I showed this to you guys last time, that's where I was at. Okay. This is where I'm at now. So this is like a lace border. I have one more row in the bind off. That's it.
That's not bad. So really, you could probably even do that with one skein if you wanted to.
I'm having fits over my lace.
Yeah.
It's just, you guys know me in lace. And seriously,
Oh,
it's
that kind of fit over the lace.
It's 5 rows of lace border. Do you think I could get along with it?
No.
And it's not the pattern, it's just me. Yeah, and this is going to be beautiful once it gets black.
You didn't have a problem with this?
Opens up. No, I didn't.
Okay.
I loved doing that. That was fun.
Okay.
So yeah, there's certain ones that I'm okay with.
Yeah.
And then other ones, oh.
So it's the ones where you have to like yarn over, knit two together, and you have.
And it's not.
Like
I think I was short stitches before I started.
Oh. Well, that might make it a little hard.
I don't know. I took it out twice already, so I don't know. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's not much of a lace border anyways, where
Yeah.
it's gonna, yeah, right. So I am gonna finish that. Maybe I'll finish this tonight, because since I have one row and a cast off, and when I go over to Alisha's on Tuesday, hand it off to her. That way in the next 2 weeks she'll be able to get that locked. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think it came out really pretty. And this will be coming out in October, because I know she plans on having it done and ready for release for Knit City.
Oh.
So.
That'll be here before you know it.
So a lot of my knitting this time, and that's part of the reason why I didn't get back to the sweaters, was done on test knits. Because I had this one, I had the cowl.
Right.
So, and when I agree to do a test knit, that's usually just my focus. I don't tend to work on anything else. So, a little bit on the hat here and there, because I didn't want to bring this necessarily with me to like restaurants, that sort of thing. I worked on this on my way home from Arkansas. I think I took the cowl a couple times with me, but mainly that. No, I didn't, because that was all the way to Arkansas. Never mind. No, I didn't. That one was a quick one because it was DK. So yeah, that was pretty much my knitting this time was 2 test knits. So
Cool.
There's that. Okay. I think that's all the knitting I have right now. Other than as I discussed, a couple sweaters sitting around, and gosh only knows what else. Karen has seen my pile.
So, do we want to go to acquisitions or thrifting?
We'll go thrifting next. I have a couple items. That
I've been excited for this.
Well, let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and show
Let
my
her show
couple
hers.
items because she's probably going to take a bit. Oh, I might want to put that pattern with that. So we ran over to our Goodwill. I don't know, maybe Friday.
So when you're down in Arkansas and you went to the outlet, did you get anything?
I got a shirt and he got some sort of computer thing that holds hard drives.
Uh-huh.
So, okay. Went to Arkansas, which at the end of the video, at the end of this podcast, there's going to be like a kind of a pictures of our trip. And it's basically our trip through Moo. It's Moo Grand Adventure. Everywhere we went, we took pictures of Moo. Because she got to go into Goodwill's. She got to go to a barbecue restaurant with us. We took her to a couple Dairy Queens. She was at the yarn store. She pretty much went everywhere. So we went to the Goodwill outlet, which we do have one near us. And we had thought about going. Well, after going to the one in Arkansas, yeah, we're done. We checked it off our list. Don't need to go again.
That says a lot for an avid
yes. So here's the thing.
Thrifter to say, done, not going to do that again.
You walk in and it's a big open area and they have these blue bins that are on wheels. The blue bins are only about yay deep. About yay big. Mm-hmm. So it's not like you have to like dig. But here's where the issue lies. Everything's thrown in together. So if you go over to the clothing ones, you're digging through men's, women's, kids. You're going to come up with everything. Nothing is sorted whatsoever. When you go to like the other ones, you're going to find anything from, we'll say, yarn to a calculator to a kid's thing. Nothing's sorted. Now, if they would take the time to go to bring out the bins in, this bin is men's clothing, this bin is women's clothing, this bin, then I could do it.
Yeah.
It was just a cluster, you know what.
So it has all the clothing together, but it's just every size.
Yes. Every size, every gender.
And then odds and ends are all stuck together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be hard. I mean, especially if you're going there to look for something specific.
Well, you can't. No, you cannot.
Place to go.
You cannot go there for something specific.
Yeah.
Not at all. No.
Yeah. So is this the leftovers to the leftovers? like
leftovers from the stores.
Like the big, like Goodwill and Savers. A lot of times they probably share their inventory. Do they have extra overflow, or is this just the way?
I know, for instance, Goodwill, they have a main warehouse because Goodwills have so much stuff that's donated in each store that your stuff might not go out in your store.
Right.
It might be shipped off to their warehouse, which I want to say is in Wisconsin. I could be wrong. And later on will be distributed to another Goodwill store that's not getting enough donations.
Right. Okay.
Also, Target. Target is a big donator to Goodwill stores. Mm-hmm. Anything that's the box is damaged, if it didn't sell and they had it on clearance and it still didn't sell, they take the stuff from Target and they divide it between all the Goodwills in that area.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, like, we'll go to the one Goodwill and we'll be like, oh, there's the, Target merchandise. You'll go to the next Goodwill in the area and they have the exact same.
Gotcha.
So they take and divide that. Now, they do at Goodwill periodically go through and they clean through and they take out stuff that hasn't sold or whatever. I'm suspecting that this is then when some of that stuff is going to
these big outlets.
But I also suspect the overflow from the warehouses, because they've got a lot there, guys.
Yeah.
Is being sent to the outlets as well.
Too.
Yeah. If you want to spend a day, if you like to dig, they bring out new bins every 15 minutes. It's your place then.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea. I will probably never go again. So when we got back, well, we did on the way home then stop at a Goodwill as well. And then, which Moo got to go with us. We put her in her stroller, brought her in. So we hadn't been to our Goodwills in a while. So we did go to our Goodwill here in town. I want to say Friday. And Brett went again today. And then tomorrow we're going to go to the ones up north. So I did pick up a couple things when I was there yesterday.
I see the sparkle.
Look at my little sheepy.
Oh, little sheepy.
Look what I found, guys. Isn't that cute?
And it,
yeah. And it actually has a little zipper pouch in there, too.
yeah.
A little zipper pouch inside there too. So I always like little bags for stuff. So, and who could resist this? And then my other item, I kind of have a plan for. It was so blue, I had to get it. I mean, look at that, guys.
And it kind of shimmers. It doesn't sparkle, but it shimmers.
So I think I'm going to clean off one of my areas of my cutting table, and then my stickers that I use for packing my orders, because I always use the Handmade with Love stickers, are going to go in here. And then also my tags for my bags that I sew into my bags are going to get pre-cut and put on the other side, so they're ready to go when I'm making bags.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little bit more efficient, and I couldn't pass this up. I just thought it was really different and very blue.
Yep, blue's your color.
And you know I'm all about the blue, folks. So, and it was actually a pretty sturdy, like that's nice and thick up there, wrapped and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
it's not chintzy at all.
No, it's a nice sturdy basket.
That wire is very, yeah.
Well, you can see it's kind of twisted there. So it's got like the extra thickness and whatnot.
Rope. Yeah, it looks like a rope braid.
So, yeah. I love it. So those were my couple Goodwill finds. All right, Karen, go ahead.
Okay.
Let's have it.
I have to tell you, people, it's an experience.
She went thrifting with Brett.
I did. I was
on the day with us.
I was on vacation, and I was able to go with them on their it was like a Wednesday afternoon thing, and I was educated. We go into...
You just don't go into a thrift store. You got to have a plan, folks.
Well, and they have their plans down for every store. They each go like that, and they each head to their separate sections. Brett to the electronics. She goes to the clothes, but it depends on which store you're in.
Yes.
Now, if it's a certain store that you know that the craft area is better than the clothing, you hit the craft area first. You know, it's the clothing first, you go there first. So my first experience was finding LuLaRoe, which I so happened to have a pair on that I bought. And so you can't just pick off the rack. Luckily, I already knew what size I needed, so that helps. But we were going through in the sizes that were my sizes, and she was like, "Oh, you got to do the crotch check." I looked at her and I was like, "Okay," because you got to make sure there's no
stains.
There's no stains.
Put it nicely.
Yes,
it happens, ladies.
Yeah, and I can understand it too, even from a shirt perspective, because being chesty and having what my kids call the mom shelf, I have a tendency to have stains from previously eaten food, even though no matter what I try to do, it's gone, you know.
But it was so funny because when I said why you needed to check, it was like a light bulb went off in her head. She's like, oh.
I mean, it's one thing if it has, it's brand new and has a tag on it.
Right.
Then I also was educated on certain stores' price. You can tell when people are pricing them at the same thing. The first store is where I ended up getting a LuLaRoe, which was like $9.99, and then I think the last one we found them a whole slew of them, and they were all listed at $6.99. So it all depended on the store and who was doing the pricing. So,
well, what happens?
And if they're trying to get rid of that,
particularly at Goodwill, what happens is they watch things. So if all of a sudden everybody's buying the LuLaRoe at $4.99, the next batch that comes in, they jack those things up. You go in there, they're $9.99 next time because they were selling them. They got more in, they're going to jack that price up. also trained her on how to spot LuLaRoe.
Yes,
Okay,
that's the next thing.
A mile away.
I was like, there's a method, because, she comes back with all these LuLaRoe for Alisha all the time, and I'm thinking, you walk into the, and it's rows of just all sorts of clothes within the same size in the same area. No, she has a method. You have to look.
You don't even touch the clothing racks.
You don't even have. She spots them
I
by
just walk along.
How long they are. If it's a longer one, she's like, ooh, LuLaRoe. Yep, it was every time. I was like,
LuLaRoe shirts are longer in the back. Plus, they also have those prints are very distinct to LuLaRoe. I can spot them a mile away.
Yep.
Like, literally, I don't touch the clothing racks. I just walk along, and I'm like, here, Karen, here, Karen, here, Karen.
Yeah. She literally was just like, looking along the bottoms of it, and she would only pick out what she wanted to look at. That was it. I was like, wow. And that's how they get through like 5 or 6 of them in a day. Yeah. They have their methods. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was quite entertaining.
Well,
So I did actually
professionals.
Yes. I ended up with a haul for the yarn. Mm-hmm. We're not for sure.
Got that at Savers, which is the place where I've gotten some other yarns from.
And I ended up with 2 bags. You can see they're only $3.99 each. And they all, I think there's like 6. I want to say these are like 20 grams.
Tomorrow is half off day at Savers.
So these are my favorite, like wine-ish color. Can't really tell on the, but 2 bags of those. And then I also, 3. I take that back. I got 3. 3.
She got a substantial amount to make something.
This is almost a brick orange. Actual skeins. There isn't an actual. And this is almost like a brick red color. So we had to watch these. I think there's some kind of silk in it in terms of if she could actually touch them.
It had a bit of a halo, so at first we weren't 100% sure.
So at first I was the one that was like, I went in first because, she's allergic to so much stuff. So, but yeah. And Brett was funny because I was the one with the yarn. He was like,
It's like I stood back. I led her to that section.
Yep. It was.
Although I was encouraging you. I'm like, look at this.
Yeah, she was. And actually, I also played video games, so we ended up going to Disc Replay, which is like a resale place. And it cracked me up because, of course, Brett went to his like speaker land wherever he always goes. So I went back to the games and stuff.
I was in the Funko Pops.
She was in the Funko Pops. So we all like went separate ways. So I actually ended up with a couple of games that I actually play, and it was hilarious because the guy was there filling up the shelves in front of me, and I get this all the time because I'm a woman. They don't. They don't think that I'd be the type. I'm a little bit of a geek. I played Pac-Man when I was a kid. Yeah.
Remind me later about Pac-Man.
I can remember as a kid, me and my little brother would save up our quarters, and we would walk across this shopping area every like once a week or so to go play like Donkey Kong in the real arcade and Centipede. In like one of the restaurants and like in their coat closet. That's where I started playing that stuff. Were you aware
of the fact that my husband has a gaming system here that has like over, 3,000, 4,000 games on it?
Well, you got the Xbox that we watched that's supposed to be the podcast.
This is a
regular.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I can't spend more time than that. My husband's
He's gonna move it. She's gonna move in.
So originally I was gonna come here at 4:30, and so Chuck is like, "So are you gonna stay until midnight?" I'm like, "Well, technically, unless she really kicks me out and Brett kicks me out, I could."
No, we never kick you out.
None of us have to work in the morning. I'm like, "What?" And then I looked at him like, "What's your point?"
I want to eat sometime today.
Yeah.
Oh, so when we went thrifting, we also went to City Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to Cold Stone Ice Cream.
Mm-hmm.
So she got the full
I got the
trip.
full experience. And I have to tell you, everywhere we've gone and there's been a food recommendation, it's always good. So when she says to me, the potato salad's really good, I get the potato salad. She's like, good girl. I'm like, there isn't a whole lot I don't necessarily, not like.
Well, and I'm really funny about potato
I'll
salad.
try.
So for me to say potato salad's good,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty good because I'm funny about potato salad.
Yeah.
And I love their potato salad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
that was a good experience. My husband at one point, because we left at, I don't know, 1 o'clock. It was 12:30, 1 o'clock. Because I had stopped for Chuck for his lunch. I got here and we left, and we didn't get home till 8 o'clock that night. And at one point in time, I get the text of, "Where are you? Where do you think I am? I'm with Laura and Brett, and I don't have a curfew."
When we go thrifting, it's pretty much an all-day thing usually. Yeah. So,
it was fun.
So, Pac-Man. I was in Old Navy, actually, where I got my sparkle shoes at. I got a Pac-Man shirt.
There you go.
T-shirt. I was very excited. All right.
There's one more thing I have to say before we can move on. I complimented Brett at one point in time because I was like, I am really impressed because this area that we were in up in Orland there's quite a lot of traffic. I tell you what, he's got every back road around the parking lot through there, ignores all the stoplight sections that you have to sit in traffic. They've got this down.
We're professional thrifters.
I was like, wow.
And
how long did it take you to map this out?
It's funny because sometimes when we go, we'll, be in the first store and we happen to notice like somebody in there. And then we go to the next store and we see that same person at the next store. So there's some of us that go like from store to store to store.
Yeah.
So
it was fun.
Which, yeah.
I almost got a shirt for Megan until I saw the stain thing.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yep.
I gotta check.
Yep. It was like a longer. She could have worn it.
Was really cute too.
Wore it with leggings, but I was like, darn it, there's a stain in the front, so I didn't pick that up.
Sometimes you run across that.
I ended up with
with the amount of stuff that comes through these stores, there's no way they can check everything.
Yeah.
There's
the most I spent was in that first store because I bought 3 LuLaRoe, and of course I have to get a Goodwill card to go with that because you never know when somebody's going to bring me again.
Oh, well, anytime you want to go.
So I ended up with like 3 pairs of leggings and 2 video games and that yarn, and didn't spend up much more than $40.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and if the leggings had been somewhere else, I wouldn't have spent as much.
It just depends on.
Right.
But they did have a good selection of them there.
Yeah, they did.
So
they did.
And sometimes it's worth, which even at $9.99, I mean, they're normally $25 at
exactly.
least.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, okay. I have I think one regular acquisition that I purchased. I mean, not that I didn't purchase the other ones. And then I have my Arkansas trip. So let me go ahead and do my regular acquisition. And then I'll let you do yours. And then we'll do Arkansas.
Okay.
So my one that I have is, I actually purchased from D-Stash. Words. Jenny, see what you do to me? Words. Desert Vista Dye Works. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. And it was a really, really good deal. So
lots of pink in there.
Yeah. So that'll be pretty. So that was my one. The rest is all Arkansas. So
you guys haven't seen me since Stitches.
No, so make sure if you don't have a drink, you go grab one, maybe a snack.
So the week before, let me take this out.
Just crinkle it.
Yeah.
Just hold it up. It's fine.
Yeah. The week before, like this one, well, actually, we were podcasting, I think. Or no, just knitting together or something. I don't remember. And she was like, Well, no, we were podcasting because I showed up that light pink, and you said, Happy Little Yarns has a color that would go with that. So sure enough, we got done podcasting, and I went into the living room and I ordered yarn. Even though following Saturday we were going stitches.
She was being nice. She was just being nice to me because she left out part of the story, because I actually pulled up Amy's D-stash and went, look, there.
It was like,
and these go nicely together. So I didn't just tell her about it. I showed her the pictures.
See the pictures. So, and this again is the name I could not. I mean, these are also like Aran weight yarns. And this was part of her D-stash that she was doing. Now, mostly, I believe it's all her own hand dye that's in there.
Yes, she's getting ready to dye, I believe, tomorrow. She has some pretty yarn.
Yeah. So that is, this is 3-ply bulky weight, which I really need some ideas. Because I would like to do some cowls, and I've been kind of looking, but I haven't quite found it. So if anybody has a good cowl,
comment below.
It can be one color or two, because I have several combinations that I can do a 2-color cowl.
But in bulky.
In bulky.
I'm sure somebody out there will have some ideas for you.
Yes. Oh, I didn't grab the right bag. I just grabbed. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be okay.
Right. We'll show it next time. And then I did get from White Birch. It doesn't really have a colorway, does it? It's a gradient mitt kit. I did get the free pattern that goes with it, but this is kind of like a greenish, yellowish color. So those would be pretty. The mitt, it's just a fingerless, simple, I think it was even an afterthought thumb, and there's no real picture for the pattern, but the pattern came with it. So I got that. Yeah, I didn't grab the right bag. Oh well. Next time.
Next time you'll bring more.
So the one thing I did, I did want to get, we did stop, was at Miss Babs again, and I got 3 of these to be able to do another sweater. And what is the color in this? This is called Volcanic Eruption, and it's got the wine colors, and you can see there it's got some purples, and then at the very bottom it's got some oranges, burnt oranges, and almost some browns.
Very Karen.
So the very me. Yeah, so I got 3 of these, and that is it. Yeah, because I grabbed the wrong bag. So next time.
That's all you got?
Yeah. Well, that's all I brought with me. I didn't grab
everything you have to show. Okay, well,
I'm just checking. Yeah.
This week at the Knit for Brains headquarters, I received a package for you. Now, I did open it to take it out of the mailer because it was written, so the addresses didn't show.
Mm-hmm. Leaf of Jumping sock set. Ooh. Laura.
Yeah.
Yep.
She sent it for you.
Oh, my first Lollipop Girl yarns. Thank you, thank you. Leaf Jumping sock set. I seen it as she was dyeing it. She sent pictures and I was like, ooh. So yeah, thank you so much. That is so cool. And these are like my colors.
Yes, very much so.
My colors. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So I didn't want to forget about it. I'm putting it in the podcast thing. I was like, I know I'll be podcasting with her. I'll wait to give it to her then.
She had it all wrapped up.
I just kind of wrapped it up in the tissue paper because I had taken it out of the mailer. So
cool. It almost matches my other color. The other orange is in there.
Okay, where do I go next? All right. So I will start with what I was gifted first. Okay, well, this is falling down, so I'm just going to go ahead and show this.
Ooh, that's cute.
This basket for putting whips or FOs, that sort of thing in, carrying them back and forth. It also has a zipper here, so like you could put your knitting notions in there. This does on Velcro, and you can fold it down if you'd like. So I did actually use it to bring my my stuff in here today. And I used it when I was at Lori's house too, after she gifted it to me. I had my stuff in it, and I brought it back and forth to the yarn store with me. So
It's cute.
So yeah, that was really cute.
Yeah.
Her Lori had one in pink, and her daughter Jessa had one.
It's very cute.
One of the other things she gifted me was the blue tape measure bracelet ruler, and on hers they actually say Arkansas Yarn Co. So they actually have them printed.
Cool.
With their store name. And I had never seen the blue ones before.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. I got Alisha one, but I'm not showing it today. I have like 2 or 3 things that I bought her that when she's on the next podcast, she'll show you guys. And then Lori made me this ginormous bag. It's a big one, and I love this fabric. It's gorgeous.
I love strawberry shortcake when I was a kid too. That was like the thing.
And this is the inside fabric with the strawberries. How cute.
That is adorable.
Isn't that adorable?
Yep.
So,
Wasn't his name like Blueberry something?
Blueberry Muffin, or no, that was the girl.
Huckleberry Blue. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
So, in there was a couple things. My wrist ruler was in there. Now I can give this to Moo. She got a little lamb choppy, which I'm going to annoy her with. I'm going to be honest with you. Moo does not play with toys. But we like to annoy her and we put them in her bed. And then it forces, she gets a little mad. And it forces her to get up to move them. So it's kind of comical for us.
She growl at him or anything? Or no, she just...
And then I got a fishy tape measure.
That's funny.
Which actually really matches this.
Yeah.
So I had this in the pocket of that, but I took it out and put it in here so I remembered. Got some hot cocoa, because she knows I love my hot cocoa. And that's my favorite brand, too. I'll put that over there. And that was what my wrist ruler was in. Then I got, okay. This, guys. You guys have all seen the Knit for Brains colorway. This is Knit for Brains 2.0. She has brightened it up since Olivia loves the bright colors. She decided to give us a refresh.
It's cute.
And it is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And look at those colors. Let's look at that. Little blue mini. We'll put you up there. And then I had brought strawberry shortcake bags. These. And some of you have already seen this if you watched the other episode I did with her. This is the strawberry shortcake yarn that she dyed to match the bag. Twist, 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 twist. You can see the rainbow right there. That matches. So that was the strawberry shortcake. This is in their shop. And I did leave 1 or 2 medium-sized bags and the sock bags there. So she could do kits. So they will be in ArkansasYarnCo.com if you are interested in those. That's to my wrist. Then she gave me from Charmed Hooks and Crafts. I might have to take it out of there. Little gnome. Oops, wrong way.
Cute.
And he's blue, so you know how I am about blue.
Mm-hmm.
Moo, quit yawning. Your breath stinks. Poor little dog.
At least she found her spot.
Yeah,
Otherwise, she would have been whining through the whole thing.
No, she just wants to be in mommy's lap all the time. So then, when I went to the yarn store,
She'd have been dancing.
boo, calm down. So she sold my cable needles that I like in single packages. And I can never find these in singles. Around here, you have to buy, it's a set of 3. And I don't use the other 2.
Yeah, and it's a combination. I was going to say it's a combination.
Well, she sold them in the singles. And these are the ones that I like. The only ones I'll use. In fact, the one I have, I've actually worn like the paint off of it. Because I always use that one. And I lost it at one point and was like, oh no, I don't like any of the other ones I have. So I picked up 2 of those. Then I picked up some of the jumbo darning needles. And it has like the little tube, but they're by Clover. And of course it's blue. Okay. Moves off my lap now, so. I got some cotton yarn, which is Cotton Supreme DK Sea Spray. This one's Blue Sky.
How soft is that?
It's really soft.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It is
Because
really
we've felt
soft.
some rough cotton before, even.
And I also got in the same brand, the black.
You gonna do something for Olivia in this? I don't know. It's pretty soft.
So that's that. And then, I did forget another purchase that was from Yarn Hollow. I got the tan, or it might be called brown. Let's see. Color just says M. Well, that's not helpful. Well, at any rate, I got in this wrist ruler as well. Because we got that.
Yeah,
when
it
we
was.
went to knit night.
It took her a while to find the one that actually fit her and that she liked.
Well, and I want to say, so this one was a 15. I want to say the one I got from her might have been a 16. Yeah, my blue one's a 16.
Yeah.
This one's a 15. Okay, and then you guys saw the video where we dyed the yarn, so leave no yarn behind, right? We dyed 3 of the Olivia Grace yarns and 1 coordinating one, which is called G-Paw. Leave no yarn behind. Nobody can get Olivia Grace, I'm sorry. I bought it all. So,
Can I say I'm not surprised?
well, here's the thing. 1 for Olivia's cubby.
Right.
1 for Alisha. And then for me.
Gotcha.
Which will probably still end up going to
And it's
Olivia.
all going to end up going
Let's
to
end up
Olivia.
being serious. Now, we had a inspiration photo for you guys that didn't watch. You should have watched it, but I mean, just in case you didn't watch the one where we actually dyed this up, because I believe I think I showed the picture on there. So, that was our inspiration photo. And guys, how perfect is that?
Mm-hmm. It was neat to watch. I liked watching it because I had never seen the dyeing process. I've seen a couple of different things, but she has it down.
We didn't realize when we recorded it, because like we were doing it, how long it actually was.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when we were watching it that night, we're like, oh, that was a little long.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, a lot of people enjoy watching it, and the parts, I mean, if it got too long, just fast forward through. That's what you do, not a biggie. So, yeah. So those are all my goodies.
That's it for me, too.
You want to back up? She needs eye drops. That's why she's running into things. She can't see anything. You ready for eye drops? Let me see if we forgot anything. Gretsch yarn winder. I told you guys at the end of this podcast, hang out, and you'll get to see Moo Moo's grand adventure at the end of it. think that's all we got.
Very cool.
We're kind of speedy today, huh?
Yeah.
For
It was
us.
pretty good. Well, it helps that you don't wait like 3 months to have me come back, too.
So, and we won't.
And I forgot that yarn because I was like...
Well, she'll bring that next time.
Yeah,
But as we discussed before, we plan on trying to get her on at least once a month.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys can catch up. And she's over here anyways because she comes over to knit and whatnot. So...
Yep.
That was Moo Moo's input.
And that way Brett can go get popcorn for me.
He got popcorn right away today.
And get popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I really, the thrifting thing, that was fun. I was like, you just wait. When we were going through that whole thing, I'm like, I got a lot to tell these people. A new appreciation for the system that they have down.
We have systems.
Like they're like professionals. I'm telling you.
And we're a little nuts in the car, but you know that's just us. That's how we are.
Brett singing,
making snide little comments. And that's how we are.
It's fun.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's having withdrawals because we haven't been able to go really since then.
Yeah.
So I believe we're going tomorrow because Goodwill has, for Labor Day, if you spend $20 or more, you get double points in your card. Of course, it's Monday, so every Monday at Savers is half off, which is usually a madhouse, but I don't know.
Hopefully with it being Labor Day, maybe it won't be as crazy.
It will probably still be very crazy. Yeah. They're actually open full hours. They're there, like, was it 9 to 7 or 9 to 9, something like that. Whereas the Goodwills are only there 9 to 5.
Gotcha.
So, and we know Morningstar Missions, that one little one, they're not going to be open. Which is fine. That takes one off of the trip. So, so that's what we plan on doing tomorrow. That and I'm going to get up and take Moo Moo to the groomers at 10 o'clock because she is a mess. An absolute mess.
Poor Moo Moo.
Yeah. And then I don't have to go back to work until Wednesday. I've been off. By the time I go back Wednesday, I'll have been off 12 glorious days.
Wow.
I'm sure it's going to be a hot mess, though, when I get back. It'll probably take me that long to catch back.
I can't wait for the stories.
Yeah. It'll be something. Yeah. So, all right, guys. If you're interested in any of those bags, pop on over to the shop. Like I said. Oh, do you want to do a preview of the? I did buy some fabrics while I was in Arkansas. Should we show those? You think?
Oh, sure.
You guys want
to get those close by?
Yeah. They're like right behind you. Oh. So, this is going to be what's coming up. I don't guarantee when. I do have a custom order I'm going to be doing before I even start on these. But we'll give you a little peeks. Winter gnomes.
Oh, those are cute.
Those adorable.
Yeah.
Winter owls. You knew I was going to have at least one sparkly.
Oh, yeah.
Sparkled ornaments. These, I don't know if they're going to the shop. These might be gifts, so I'm skipping those. This is one of my favorites. Hot cocoa.
There you go.
I love
your favorite thing.
And I thought that one was like really different. And we got a really pretty fall print.
That's cute too.
Yeah, I had something that was similar to this, not quite like this, that I had made some sock bags out of, and they're gone already. The sock bags have like gone quick. So that was one story.
Oh, that's cute. Sorry.
It is really cute.
Yeah, it is.
It's very different.
Well, and it's reminiscent of the gray and...
But colorful.
Yeah, but colorful instead.
So there's that one. Shh. Moo.
Oh, I know somebody that would like that.
Oh, yeah. She'll be getting it.
Uh-huh.
So there's sea turtles and dolphins.
Sharks.
And sharks. A little bit of everything,
Yeah.
guys. Sheepies. Those are cute. I like those.
Yeah. Gotta get sheepies.
And more sheepies. I like sheepies.
Those are some fat sheep.
Yeah, they are. So yeah, that's some fabrics that'll be coming up, guys, in the shop.
Cool.
I plan on making a mixture of medium bags and sock bags.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any plans yet of making any sweater size bags. If you guys are starting to want sweater size bags or certain size bags, just pop me a comments below.
Don't forget about telling me if you guys find any patterns for the bulky.
Bulky.
Aaron or up. Aaron weight and bulky would be great.
So, all right.
I'm on the lookout.
Little one's getting wound up, as you can hear. So we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.